Hello and welcome to The Dish with Liz. My name is Liz Rodriguez. I'm a registered dietitian here to answer your most pressing questions. And today we have one from Sally from Louisville, Kentucky. She wrote and she said this: Hi Alyssa, what foods do you suggest for kids on sick days? My children love Jell-O, but I don't feel good about giving them all that sugar. Thank you, Sally. Sally, I love this question, and here's why. I'll bet most of us grew up spending sick days on the couch, watching cartoons, sipping on Sprite, eating cherry Jell-O and Cheerios. I know I did, and those foods always felt good on my belly, but I definitely wouldn't recommend those items today. You probably already know that soda is filled with man-made chemicals and very acidic, while Jell-O, like you mentioned, is high in sugar and artificial colorings. And Cheerios are a processed cereal made with cheap ingredients like modified cornstarch, salt, and sugar. But there's good news because today I'm going to answer your question by demonstrating how to quickly prepare a healthy homemade Jell-O. Plus, I want to enjoy these gelatin jigglers for myself. Grass-fed gelatin actually has a variety of health benefits, but the main reason that I've incorporated it into my diet is because gelatin helps to aid in digestion and can even help to heal a leaky gut. And speaking of digestion, this recipe also includes homemade kefir or yogurt, which you can buy at the store, that's cultured and low in sugars, and this provides a nice source of probiotics. This recipe is slightly modified from DIY Naturals Gelatin Jigglers recipe, which I'll include beneath the video. But for now, what you need is these 5 ingredients to get started, and that includes 1 cup of juice, preferably fresh. It can be apple, orange, lemon, or lime. I did lemon in the past. I thought it was a little tart, so today, for the sake of time and taste, I'm going with apple juice, and I found a store-bought that's pure Honeycrisp apples in a glass jar so I can avoid BPA and phthalate exposure from plastics. You'll also want 3/4 cup or about 6 ounces of either a cultured kefir, which can be like a coconut kefir, or a cultured yogurt. So I am using a goat's milk yogurt today that's cultured, that is pretty simple, pretty plain, doesn't have a lot of added ingredients or sugars. You'll also want 3/4 cup of fresh or frozen berries. They can be blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, whichever you prefer, or you could even use cherries. I'm using frozen raspberries for this example. You'll want 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey or maple syrup and 2 tablespoons of a grass-fed gelatin. I'm using Great Lakes, and I will include a link below this video where I ordered mine from. So those are the 5 ingredients that you'll want to get started. Once you have them, you'll be all set. Okay, so now we're going to combine the yogurt, the berries, and the honey, or in this case, the maple syrup, into the blender and blend. Now that I combined and blended the yogurt, berries, and sweetener, all I did was pour it into a medium-sized glass bowl here, and I'm going to add the 2 tablespoons of grass-fed gelatin. There's 2. I'm going to let this set for a minute, and meanwhile, what I'm doing is I'm boiling on the stovetop the 1 cup of juice to heat it. Okay, so while my berry mixture sat here with the gelatin over it for a brief minute or 2, my apple juice started to boil. And now I'm going to pour that over and whisk it. And the point of that is for the gelatin to dissolve into the mixture. And the reason that we didn't heat the whole mixture is to preserve the nutrients in here. And it only took about a couple minutes to bring this to a boil here. So now I'm whisking while I'm pouring this in. And this is what's going to help the gelatin to dissolve. Now that most of the clumps are dissolved, I'm going to pour it into an 8x8 glass dish. Next, we'll cover it and put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours until it sets and firms up. Sometimes I also stick it in the freezer to accelerate that process. The beauty of this treat is that it contains natural coloring from the berries, probiotics from the kefir or the cultured yogurt, and a good source of collagen from the gelatin. It's also a lot of fun to eat, whether you're a kid or an adult, so enjoy. Sally, I hope this gives you a practical answer and a solution to your question today. Thanks so much for writing in, and thank you all for watching today. If you liked this video, please like it, share it, and be sure to hop on my mailing list for more videos like this in the future. Be well, be wise, and best of all, take care of you, my friends.